And of course, another big matchup we have this week, the 7-7 Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to Carolina to play the 7-7 Carolina Panthers. What a crazy few weeks it's been in this division, as you had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lose a heartbreaker 2 weeks ago, and then you turn around last week with the Panthers with a chance to control their destiny if they could get back-to-back division wins. They traveled to New Orleans to lose to the Saints in heartbreaking fashion, and now all the marbles are on these two teams as they play twice in the last 3 weeks, and they have the same record right now. Whoo, I don't know what to make out of this, because of course, I want to lean Baker Mayfield to say, I got to trust Baker over Bryce in these situations. But at the same time, the Tampa Bay offense, although they've dealt with some injuries, they took a step back in the back half of the season. They started off playing elite level football. I know Mike Evans went down, but even when he went down, they were still playing pretty good. And then they just hit like a rough spot, and it's been tough moving forward. And here they are sitting at 500 late in the year. Meanwhile, the Carolina Panthers, this is a successful season for them. To the football world, this is a successful season for them. Maybe not in that locker room personally, but to the football world, I mean, for them to be in contention for the division, whether it's at 500 or not, based on who they've been in the last few years, you got to commend this team. And they're young. They have a lot of young talent on both sides of the ball. The guys on defense playing lights out. The whole offense is young. It's something. It's something fun to watch. I mean, I remember watching that game a couple weeks ago against the Rams. They going for it on fourth down. Every fourth down conversion, it felt like they scored a big play touchdown. It was just electric. You had Bryce Young taunting. It was fun. So I think this matchup here is going to be super good. I think that the Panthers, although they will split these matchups, I feel like this is the one the Panthers has to get. However, if the Panthers lose this, I think they get swept, because, again, they're just not used to the moment. And when they travel to Tampa Bay in Week 18, that's going to be a huge game. That's going to be a huge game, especially if they lose this one. So I think all the pressure's on Carolina here. 3-point underdogs at home. Obviously, they're a little less than as a team. But I'm actually interested to see how this one goes. I mean, you got Baker Mayfield with 276 completions, 2,999 yards, so we can call it 3K. It's okay. 22 touchdowns and 7 picks. And then Bryce Young, 245 completions for 2,500 yards even, 19 touchdowns and 9 picks. Rachaad White, 118 carries for 494 yards and 4 scores. Rico Dowdle, that man's been having a hell of a year. 208 carries for 978 yards and 6 touchdowns. And then, of course, the rookie Emeka Egbuka is leading Tampa Bay in receiving with 870 yards on 58 catches for 6 scores. And then Ted McMillan, the rookie in Carolina, is leading them in receiving, 851 yards on 59 catches and 6 scores. So I think this game is going to be super competitive, super interesting. And like I said, they played twice in the last 3 weeks. It'll be in Carolina. The weather will be decent, probably in the 50s and 60s. They're not calling for any precipitation of any sorts. Other than that, it'll be a regular day. To the Florida folks, that might be a little cold, but this will be an interesting matchup. I don't even really know how to call this one, so I'm just going to leave it at that. And y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments on who will win this game. But you know what? Matter of fact, I'm going to give y'all a pick. I'm going to go Tampa Bay to win this game on the road in Carolina, and then had to control all their destiny in the last 2 weeks of the season until they have to face these boys again in the regular season finale. I think they'll get it done. Mike Evans coming back, of course, looked pretty good last week, right? First game back in months. So I just think they get it done. But I would not be surprised for any second if Carolina, of course, takes care of business at home with the crowd behind them in a big, big game with them with a chance to take over the division lead with a team that they match up with in the last 2 weeks to have an opportunity to clinch a playoff. So it'll be interesting, and we'll see what happens.